Check, 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 check. Mic check. Can you hear? Can you hear me? Mic check. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Check, 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 check. All right, bet. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, so let's run it back from the bottom of the map. All right. This Israelite School University Practical now started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? It's a Monday history breakdown class where we break it down line upon line, precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little, using external references to back up internal sources. All right. We had a quest where we started getting back in, breaking down Genesis 20 and 21. Beezy, take it away. What was your question?
Sir. In the book of Matthew, chapter 25, there's a parable about servants getting talents from their master.
Mm-hmm.
One servant got 5 talents from their master. The other servant got 2 talents. And then the third servant got 1 talent. And he hid his talent underneath the dirt, which angered his master.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, are talents pretty much money or currency?
All right, so let's get to the top of that precept. Let's start at Matthew 25 and 14.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country.
All right, so it says the kingdom of heaven, right? So it lets you know this parable is talking about the kingdom of heaven, all right? So it's like a man traveling to a far country, right? I mean, if anybody knows the task of what it takes to get to Passover, it's a very hard task. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you prepare for it, every year, for some odd reason, it proves to be a daunting task to get to Passover, right? Keep reading.
Who called his own servants
Mm-hmm.
and delivered unto them goods.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents,
Mm-hmm.
to another 2,
Mm-hmm.
and to another 1.
Mm-hmm.
To every man according to his several abilities.
Servile.
So like a servile ability. And straightway took his journey.
All right. So this parable is about Christ, right? So Christ leaving, his disciples with work, right? I need all of y'all to take care of this while I'm gone. Okay. So the issue at hand is it's the journey to get to the kingdom of heaven, right? All of us have tools. You know what I'm saying? Beezy, you might be cold with doing videos. You know what I'm saying? Safar might be cold with doing videos, camp speakings, you know what I'm saying? He got to connect down at the city, you know what I'm saying, so we can get permitting done. Then you might have another brother that can do all of that and then some, right? It's no more, no greater than anybody else, but everybody has talents in order to move forward to bring forth the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? For when the master comes back to his house. All right, keep reading.
Verse 16. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same,
Mm-hmm.
and made them other 5 talents.
Right? So he took what the Lord gave him, you know what I'm saying, and he invested them, right? So like an investment isn't necessarily, I mean, of course, a talent is a form of money, right? But let's just say, for instance, right, like me, I went to school, I got my degree in architecture, right? Through my path in architecture, this led me into becoming a chef and doing IT work, right? I still use my architectural skills with plating, you know what I'm saying? And coming up with conceptual designs when it comes to doing chef work. It also helps me with my mindset when I'm doing IT work because running Cat 5 and coax has to do with construction, right? And also designing how it should run properly through a home, right? So Started off with one talent. Now I got 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about investing what you have, because you never know, by you investing your one talent, you'll wind up learning something else. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and the Lord. Verse 19. After a long time and reckoneth with them.
The Lord, when the Lord comes, He's going to judge your work, what you've done, right? Okay, so in this case, it's like, okay, He's giving you the truth. Okay, well, what have you done with the truth? I mean, if you just hid the truth to yourself and you're not teaching the truth to nobody else, and you just keeping the law, statutes, and commandments in secret, you understand? What good? You know what I'm saying? So, like, even if you have one talent, it's best for you to be a master of that one talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a jack of a whole bunch of trades. You know what I'm saying? And I try and use all the different trades that I got to bring people into this truth, or to exemplify the truth in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, like, you know better than somebody in the world, because you're selfish. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ, the number one thing He taught was brotherhood, right? Keep reading.
Verse 19. After the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. Verse 20. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents,
Mm-hmm.
saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 talents more.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant.
Mm-hmm.
Thou hast been faithful over a few things.
Right. So just to fast forward, He says the same thing all the way down to the servant that has 2 talents, right? So it don't matter what the Lord gives you, just be faithful with it. Be a good steward with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I always tell people, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a house, right? But want to have a house for like the right reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can only afford an apartment, you know what I'm saying? Be a good steward over what the Lord is giving you. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure your apartment's clean. You know what I'm saying? You got a vehicle, take care of your car. Make sure the transmission fluid is flush. Make sure your tires is good. Make sure you're doing the oil change. Clean out your car. You know what I'm saying? It'll get to a day to where you own that vehicle, right? But take pride in what the Lord is giving you. You know what I'm saying? Don't treat it like it's just a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't keep an apartment, you're not gonna be able to keep a house. Because in an apartment, you still got people that's coming to fix stuff. So your AC go out, the apartment come and fix it. You know what I'm saying? Pilot go out and stove, the apartment come and fix it. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a home, those things break, it's your responsibility, right? So when you have one talent and you're faithful over that one talent, and you go out and get another, the Lord is going to look at you like you had 100 talents. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that other parable where they had servants that came and worked in the vineyard. You had one that worked all day, you know what I'm saying? One that came at midday, and then one that came at the end of the day, right? And when the master came and handed out pay, he handed the same wage to everyone as the person that came and worked all day. You know what I'm saying? So It doesn't matter. Just do the work. Be faithful with what you have, right? Now drop down to where we're talking about where's it? The one second. The one with the one talent. I think that
24.
24, yeah.
Okay. Verse 24. Then he which had received the one talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man,
Mm-hmm.
reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. Verse 25. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there that thou hast lo, there thou hast that it is thine.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant.
Thou wicked and what?
And slothful servant.
What does slothful mean? Support.
Slothful means lazy.
Right. Lazy. You know what I'm saying? You didn't attempt to do any work. None. You understand? Keep reading.
Thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not,
Mm-hmm.
and gather where I have not strawed.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers,
Mm-hmm.
and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury.
So he's saying, like, if you would have at least invested it when I came back, it would have had interest on what I gave you. Right? Like what purpose does that's just like, you know, no offense to anyone that works hard, you know what I'm saying, for their finances, right? But you know, when you get paid, you know, you pay your tithes, right? But my dad always told me you pay the Lord and you also pay yourself, right? And when you pay yourself, you invest your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like it's no good. I mean, saving money is cool, right? But that money's not working for you, right? And this is what the Lord is saying. Like, if you would have invested in what I invested in you, just doing what I did for you, we would have got something in return. But you just sat on it. That's just like somebody coming to camp week after week after week, coming to class after class after class. Never joined school. You know what I'm saying? He's always out there, Kwam Yashala. You know what I'm saying? That's right, brother. Them brothers got the truth. Them brothers real. But they don't actually get behind with their brothers. They not out there with y'all going through the hood with the food program. You know what I'm saying? They not making trips to San Antonio, to Austin, to support your brothers. You know what I'm saying? They not out here passing out waters. They not going with us, you know what I'm saying, doing the mission of Acuna. You know what I'm saying? They not out here in the neighborhoods doing neighborhood cleanup. You know what I'm saying? Because the city don't clean up. So we got to go out here and clean up the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? They not here to do the work. You know what I'm saying? They not here to do all the facilitation. You know what I'm saying? To drive brothers not only to and from the school for class, but for camp. You know what I'm saying? Feast days. You understand? Sisters as well. You know what I'm saying? They not the sisters. They not with the sisters, preparing tirelessly nights before cookouts and night before feast days. You know what I'm saying? They're not putting their brick in. Keep reading.
Verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which talent.
Which has what?
which had 10 talents.
You understand? So, and this is also a good lesson. Like, don't think you specialize. Like, just because the Lord exposed you to the truth, don't think you special. You're not. The Lord brought you into the truth to use you. There's something in you that he can use to build the kingdom. Well, that's messed up. You saying if I'm not, if I can't be used, I'm useless? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're not here to Cadillac just to come for the congregation of brothers to sit, party, and play dominoes. I mean, do we do that? From time to time. But the majority of the time, we're working. Every day it's work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a brick to put in. If you don't put in your brick, people fall by the wayside. And after a while, the Lord will bring somebody in with your talents to replace you. And you won't even know. You know, you come in every day, that new brother come in, hey, shalom, shalom, hey, shalom, sir. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes from shalom, sir, to shalom, ak. You know what I'm saying? He comes your same rank. You know what I'm saying? And then lo and behold, you know, a spirit and you start feeling played, and then you leave the school. You have to work out. You understand? Like, there is no reward without risk. The scripture says your heart is where your treasure lies. You know what I'm saying? What is your treasure? Your finances and your time. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, your time. You understand? That servant, he said, was wicked and slothful. You want to know why? He was lazy. He didn't even invest the time to research. Like what we was talking about with the with the diet, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody want abs in 20 minutes. You can't get abs in 20 minutes out. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go do cardio, you gotta go do the stairmaster, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do the ab roller, you know what I'm saying? Bust some sit-ups, some crunches, the toe touches, you know what I'm saying? Hours of work. You know what I'm saying? Nothing comes to somebody. Only thing that comes to a dreamer is sleep. You know what I'm saying? So you can go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
And the slide, so that it was so heavy that you said that because as the analogy of working out, you know, people that take the shortcut and go get surgery for it don't look natural than the people that actually put in the work.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Like all these girls out here going to go get these BBLs. Just go to the gym and do squats. That's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You get the lift and everything that you wanted. Just go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? But no, you want to go to Dr. Miami. You know what I'm saying? Pay thousands upon thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? For them to scar up your body and infect your body. Because after a while, that stuff has to get taken out because it's tearing up your body. It's killing you because you don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 29. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away, even that which he hath.
Mm-hmm.
Verse darkness.
Into what?
Outer darkness shall be weeping.
And the outer darkness is separate, right? You separation from the fold, separation from the kingdom. Because remember, this parable is about the kingdom of heaven. You understand? The master that left town is Christ disciple. You understand? That we're in and leave the truth. Because you think that you know better, right? You think that you know better than the men that have held the baton before you. Come a slothful servant, right? Because you feel that you know better, right? The scripture says that there's one body, one faith, one baptism. You understand? It's not many bodies, many faiths, many baptisms. You know what I'm saying? Now, in the body, there are many working parts. There's the eye, there's the ears, there's cells, there's brains, there's vital organs. You know what I'm saying? There's the epidermis, there's the endoderm. You know what I'm saying? There are fingernails. You know what I'm saying? There are toes. You know what I'm saying? There are hairs all over your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there are many parts to make the body work. But you know what everybody does on the body? They work. You understand? And anything that's dead, what does it do? It falls off. You understand? If your fingers start working because blood stops circulating to it, what's going to happen to it? It's going to fall off. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with toes. It's going to fall off. You understand? With your arm, blood stops circulating to it, it starts working, it's going to fall limp or fall off. You know what I'm saying? Tumor, it's killing the body. It got to get cut out. So either you're going to work with the body or you're going to be cut out. You know what I'm saying? Into outer darkness. Does that answer your question? Right on, right on. No split, no split. All right, we're gonna get into to Genesis. I think we left off in chapter 20. Let me pull it back up. No questions, huh? All right, we're gonna jump straight into the lesson. All right, scripture breakdown. All right, go ahead.
Genesis 1.
No, it's 21. Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 20, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. Verse 2. And Abraham said of Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. And
Abimelech,
king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man.
He's but a what?
But a dead man.
A what?
Dead man.
A what?
Dead man.
Because one thing that you got to understand is you cannot touch anything that belongs to the Lord's servant. You can't touch anything that is under the covering of the anointed. Give me Psalms 105, start at verse 9. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that belongs to the Lord is holy. What does the word holy mean? And it means kodash in the Hebrew. It means to be separate, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 105, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10.
So he made his covenant with who?
With Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
And his oath unto Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. And confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant.
You understand? So this covenant is only for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's for no one else, right? And as we know, when we broke down the covenant, right, it's a blood right. It's a blood oath, right? So you have terms and conditions, and you have obligations, right? So if you keep the terms and conditions, the Lord is obligated to hold up his part, right? One of those things is that the Lord will protect thee. You know what I'm saying? The In Psalms, it says that 10,000 will fall at your right hand, 1,000 on your left, but death will not come nigh unto thee. You understand? That's why we say here in school, whom do we fear? The Father we fear. We don't fear no men, right? Abraham told his wife to tell them that he was her brother because he was afraid when the Lord had already showed him what he was going to do when the same thing happened with Pharaoh in Egypt, right? Keep reading.
Back to
No, Psalms.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 105, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, unto thee will I give the land of Canaan,
Mm-hmm.
the lot of your inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. When they were but a few men in number, yea, very few, and strangers in it. Verse 13. When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. He suffered no man to do them
Every
wrong.
man.
No man to do them wrong.
Every man.
No man to do them wrong.
He said that he suffered no man to do them wrong. No matter where you go on your job, you driving, the police, you understand, you go out to a bar, a nightclub, you know what I'm saying? No man will what?
To do them wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, he reproved kings for their sakes.
You understand? The rulers are rebuked for your sake. That's why the Lord told Abimelech, nigga, you a dead man. You understand? Because the woman that you have is another man's wife. And not only is another man's wife, he's a prophet. He's a priest of me. Nigga, you lost your mind. Keep reading.
Verse 15, saying, touch not mine anointed,
Mm-hmm.
and do my prophets no harm.
Ball game. You understand? So we know that Sarah's original name was Sarai, right? Which means princess in Hebrew, right? Then her name was changed to Sharai, which means noble woman. She's a noble woman because she's the wife of a priest, right? We are a nation of kings and priests, right? So if you have a wife, your wife is a noble woman. She's of noble blood. She's not to be treated like a common whore. You understand? Go back to Genesis. We had 20. I think we're still a little bit in 3.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 20, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
But God came to woman which thou hast, for she is wife.
Keep reading.
Verse 4. But Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Said he not unto me, she is my sister. And she herself said, he is my brother.
Now, question. Now I got a question. Was Abimelech righteous? That's a serious question. First off, who is Abimelech? Does anybody know? Go ahead. Talk 60. Okay. Look up who Abimelech is. Who is he king of? What people? What people does he descend of? You got it?
It says,
If you can't find it, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, but it's not in this one.
All right. So Abimelech, you understand, is a Hamite. You understand? He is more specific. He's king.
It's like I was spelling it wrong in my mind. I found it.
Okay, go ahead.
Abimelech, probably either the father is king or the father of a king.
Mm-hmm.
A Philistine king.
A what?
A Philistine king.
A what?
A Philistine king.
You understand? So we know that the Philistines are what? Hamites, right? So I'm gonna ask my question again. Was Abimelech right? How? Okay. So are there heathens that respect the Most High? What you say, Sapar?
There are heathens that do respect the Most High, example to the
So that would mean that he writes it, right?
I guess in this particular situation, because we know that the Most High can make anything through his will.
Give me give me Revelations give me Revelations 21 and 24, and then Sapar, I want you to give me Isaiah 60 and 10. You know what I'm saying? So you can understand, because Abimelech said something extremely heavy. You know what I'm saying? He was like, will you judge a righteous nation? This nation of Philistines, Hamites, right?
And the nations of them walk in the light of it.
You know what I'm saying? It says the nations of them which are saved, right? And in context, this is not talking about Israel. This is after Israel. It says the nations of them that are saved, read,
shall walk in the light of it.
Shall walk in the light of the kingdom of heaven, read.
And the kings of the earth
Do
bring their glory and honor into it.
You know what I'm saying? And the kings of the earth are going to bring their glory, their riches. They're going to come and bring their tributes to the kingdom of heaven, right? We talking about heathen nation kings, right? Keep reading.
Verse 25. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there.
I mean, they gonna be coming and bringing tribute day and night. It's gonna be like the Port of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Boats coming in and out the docks, right? Keep reading.
Verse 26. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. Verse 27. And there shall in no wise enter into anything that defiles.
You know what I'm saying? And nothing is going to enter into the kingdom of heaven that defiles. They mean they coming and bringing righteous tributes. They bring in incense, frankincense, and myrrh. They bring in censers, you know what I'm saying, for burning the incense. You know what I'm saying? They bring in righteous livestock in there. They bring in silver. They bring in gold. They bring in tapestries. They bring in the finest linen. You know what I'm saying? They bring in new warband crowns. You know what I'm saying, for to adorn the priests and the prophets, and to pay to your house shop. You know what I'm saying? The Savior of the world. You feel me? Keep reading.
Neither whatsoever worketh abomination.
You know what I'm saying? So neither anything that that work be an abomination, right? So now let's get clarification of that. Give me what you got, Sapar.
Isaiah chapter 6, verse 10.
And
And the sons of the scriptures
So the sons of the strangers, right? Now, this is in the Old Testament. So the strangers is talking about the other nations. It's talking about the heathen nations, right? Keep reading.
Build up thy wall.
Shall do what?
Build up thy wall.
You understand? They're going to build up the walls of the kingdom of heaven, just like we built up the walls of America, of South, Central, and Mesoamerica. You know what I'm saying? Like we built the Great Wall of China, like we built Great Britain, like we built France. You know what I'm saying? Like we built, shoot. I mean, they stole all the Turks stole our culture. They became the Khazarians, you know what I'm saying? The Sephardic Jews, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna build up our walls just like we built up their infrastructure. Keep reading.
And the kings shall minister unto thee.
Mm-hmm.
But my wrath I spoke thee, but my favor I have I had mercy on thee.
You understand? So in his wrath, he smited all the heathens, right? You understand? But his grace and mercy, you know what I'm saying? He spared some of them because somebody got to do the work. You understand? So as long as you doing the work of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? When I say the work of the Lord, I mean the labor. You understand? Because the other nations will be doing the labor because we labored for so long, right? This is a precursor to Isaiah 14. You know what I'm saying? Those that were servants and handmaidens, they will be set free. And those who they serve, their oppressor, shall come and serve them. That's what this is happening. Go ahead.
So like if I may, so with a heathen that is just keeping the laws and you know, not doing any abominations, but at the same time he's not trying to serve Israel, would that even be considered righteous?
Think of it like this, right? So uh you go to work, right? And you work for an honest wage, right? That devil or heathen, you know what I'm saying? That's your boss. Him paying you on time, that's a righteous thing. You understand? He's doing the righteous thing by paying you on time, paying you for the time that you work. That's righteous, right? So in Abimelech's case, right, there he didn't do anything wrong. This is what he's saying to the Lord. Will you judge a whole nation that is righteous? I mean, I came to the brother. You know what I'm saying? He told me it was his sister. Have I done anything wrong? See what I'm saying? Right? So yeah, I mean, the essence of knowing right and wrong is the difference between righteousness and wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Now, can they sin? They don't have the law. But to do the right thing is righteous. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Now, do you now what now give me a heathen uh that you know of that has done this in the Bible. Go ahead.
That's not a righteous thing.
Yeah.
Would that be
Or respected the Most High.
I was gonna say close to the stepfather.
Jethro, right? Jethro, Pilate's wife. You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh, uh, not the one that dealt with Moses, but the one that dealt with Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Nebuchadnezzar. These are all people that feared the Most High. And the Most High did not smite them because they feared the Lord. See what I'm saying? So the answer to your question, yeah, a heathen can do a righteous thing. He can do a righteous act as long as he's doing right by the children of Israel. It's a righteous thing. You understand? All right, let's get back to Genesis. We had Genesis 20 and 6.
So like I didn't finish 5.
Okay, go ahead.
So like this is the book of Genesis, chapter 20, verse 5. Said he not unto me, she is my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And she herself said, he is my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this.
He said, like, I ain't done nothing wrong. How you gonna say I'm a dead man? This man out of his own mouth said, this is my sister. I mean, by right, I mean, I can take this as long as I pay the dowry for it. You know what I'm saying? This is why, as a priest and a prophet, you have to be as bold as a lion. You understand what I'm saying? Bold as a lion. Keep reading.
Verse 6. And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the